This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so I'm just starting. Today's agenda. Okay. I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes, 7th day I can see that.
Yeah. So basically, what we are going to cover, today. So yesterday we covered the connectivity agent. What is connectivity agent? How we can create what we say the agent group. How we can download a agent. How we can install a connectivity agent and bind with the agent group. Okay. So today we are going to use the connectivity agent, and we will use the file adapter, and under that file adapter we will use the polling and the write operation, and then further we will use the ATP adapter as well. ATP is a database, nothing more than that. Okay. So yesterday I was showcasing one more thing that we have installed an agent, right? And under this agent home, you see whenever you install an agent, right, and then the agent is started, a PID file will be created over this. And if you open this PID file, right, there will be a PID over here. This is the process ID of your connectivity agent. So once you kill this file or you delete this PID, right, then your connectivity agent will be down. So if you want to make the agent down, either you need to delete this file or kill this process ID from the background. Okay. Now under this agent home, I was showcasing the logs. Under this log, you will find multiple logs, right? The upgrade log, agent upgrade log, and the diagnostic log. So this diagnostic log shows all the entries, right, of the logs. And when you will try to establish the connection, all the entries will go into the diagnostic log file. So in order to troubleshoot your issues, you can open this agent diagnostic log and you can see what are the issues which is coming. Okay. And this upgrade.log file will show all the upgradations type of log. Whenever whenever your connectivity agent will upgrade automatically, you can found all the upgradation log into the agent upgrade log. Okay. Now let's move there, and now today I'm going to use the file adapter. Now guys, earlier we have seen the FTP adapter, and now we are seeing the file adapter. So file adapter and the FTP adapter and file adapter both are deals with the files, but there are differences. So in the earlier releases of the FTP adapter, right, FTP adapter was FTP in the earlier releases of the OIC, the FTP adapter only talks to the SFTPs which was accessible over the internet, right? But this time what they have done, they have added one functionality, that the FTP, right, which is behind the firewall, right, can be accessed with the help of connectivity agent. So I hope you have noticed that when we created the FTP agent, FTP adapter, we have seen the configure agent option there as well. So which allows us to connect FTPs which are behind the firewall. So in order to access those type of FTPs, you have to install the connectivity agent on that machine or on some particular on different VM, and then you can use this agent and make a SFTP connection, right? So now, what is the difference between SFTP and file adapter? So file adapter is basically used whenever we are trying to access the SFTP which is not accessible over the internet. What we can do, we can directly install the connectivity agent on the same machine which machine we are trying to access as a FTP. So this is the first difference. The second difference is that FTP adapter has a lot of operations like list, delete, move, write, read, download file operation. But file adapter is limited to the pole and the right. The third difference is that as a FTP adapter, you cannot put FTP adapter as a trigger, which means you cannot poll files. But in a file adapter, you can use this as a trigger point, as an inbound, and you can poll the files from the directory. The fourth difference is that FTP adapter is limited to the 10 MB, right? Whenever we are reading the file. But in the file adapter, there is a limitation of 6 MB that you cannot read more than 6 MB file at a time. Okay, so these are the basic differences between the FTP and the file adapter. So you need to decide which adapter you want to use based on your requirement. I hope it is clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Now just click on a create button in order to create the file adapter. Now just click on a create button, and here you see the file. Just select this file adapter and click on a create button. And here you can see file action v2. And here you can select the role trigger and invoke both, because this file connection can be treated both as an inbound and the outbound. And then click on a create button. Once you click on a create button, here you see you don't need to specify any information like host name, port, the username, and the password. It is because file adapter, whenever you select the agent, right? Whenever you select the agent, here you see whenever you click on the configure agent, a pop-up will come up where it will show all the agents group which you have created, right? So just select this and then use this button. Now what will happen? The file connection will establish a connection with your machine on which your agent is installed. Now let me know where the agent and which file server will be treated as a FTP. Guys, any idea where I have installed this?
I think you installed it in your Windows machine, right? It is running on your local. Yesterday you installed the agent in your local Windows.
Correct. Absolutely correct. So my Windows machine will be treated as a FTP, and I can try to communicate with my Windows machine. I can try to post files from my Windows machine, and as well as I can try to write the file on my Windows machine because the agent is installed there. If you have installed this agent on different machine, like the Linux machine or the Unix machine on different some machine, right? And you configure the same agent group, then this machine will be treated as a FTP machine, and then you will be able to poll new files and you will be able to write files on this particular machine only. Right now, just click on a test button in order to make the test, and now you see the connection has been tested, and then save your connection. Okay, now the connection should be saved. Now from here you can go back. Okay, now you see this is configured. Okay, now let's just try to post files from the directory and then just try to write the file as well. Okay, so for that, what I will do, I will create a file here. So here what I will say for the files, just give me a minute, I'll just take file from some different folder so that I can show you. Okay, so here you see I have file 1 and file 2. If you open the file 1 and the file 2, here you will find the same structure, the ID, name, qualification, and age, and the same file will have the same structure. You can have different entities over there as well. You can see 330, 330, let's say 3, can say cal, say MPA, save. Okay, now just try to pull these two files right from this particular directory. Okay, and then we can move this file to the some FTP location as well. Okay, so let's just try. So let me just try to create FTP connection as well. Okay, so here I'll say FTP connection v2. Okay, and then we'll create this. So here I need to provide the host which I have. So I have this host actually. So I'll just put this host and then port and then SFTP connection. Yes. Okay. So here I will say this is my public key authentication. I will use username and just give me a minute. Let me just flag the private key.
So for FTP adapter, you are using the Oracle, right?
Sorry.
So for the file adapter, you are using your local Windows, whereas for the FTP, you're using the Oracle's VirtualBox, right?
Correct.
Okay. That's how it works, right? FTP wanted that you cannot have a FTP connection on your local. It has to be on the server where it's instances.
You can. No, you can. Hold on. Now fail to authenticate again. Credential provided. Okay.
No, because you are not in your instance, you are in his instance, right? So you may not be able to connect from his instance to your instance.
Just give me a minute. It may just I'm not able to see this. Sorry. Failed to authenticate against the application with the credential provided private key or password. What happened?
No, this is not your instance, right? You are trying to connect to your home OPC, but this is
No,
the which he has shared yesterday. So you don't have the keys in this instance.
no. So basically, I have another instance, right, on which I have built one VM, and I'm using those credentials only. Earlier, you remember that I have created this FTP connection with the same kind of host name and the port.
True, but which instance of OIC you are using? Your OIC instance or Amit OIC instance?
Mine's OIC.
Oh,
Actually, this is not a OIC. This is a Oracle Cloud where I have created one VM.
okay.
Okay, so I'm not able to. Let's drop it. I will show you. So here you see the configure agent as well, right? So if your FTP is running behind the firewall, you can configure agent over there as well. Okay, I will look into it. Just a minute. Let me just try to make connection over there and see if it's working or not.
No, it says connection successful.
No, it was.
If you go back to the screen, it says it's connection successful.
Connection. I have saved the connection, right?
Oh, you saved it. Oh, okay.
Two. The username is obviously the private file. Don't know passphrase. Just give me a minute. Private is PPT. Good. Yeah, this time it got successful. Looks like the private key was not good. Okay, now the connection has been tested. I will save it and then go back. Okay, now go to the integration. Now here what I will do, I will create an app driven orchestration and click on the Slack. Okay,
Sure.
here what I'm going to do, I'll just create this file polling integration to, and then I click on a create button. Okay, from here I will select the file connection which I have created, and once you do this, here you will see all files. Okay, and here it will allow you to select two options, either yes and then no. If you have multiple files like the PDF, like the docs, like the Excel files, and you want to move the file as it is, right, then you can select the no operation, right? So all type of files, whether it is a doc, whether it's a PDF, whether it's a Excel file, whether it's image file, you can move the things from one place to another place. But yes, if you know the structure, like if you have CSV file or XML file and you know the structure, right, then you can click on the yes button, and then from here you can select the particular option. So I consider that I have CSV file in my particular directory. Click on the next button. Here you have to give the directory from where you want to pull your file. Specify the following parameter for the file read operation, which means it is the this thing. So I will say this is my directory, and here you have to specify the file name pattern. I can say I want to read all the .csv file, right? Here it says the specify the rejection directory. It is optional. So for example, if you have the CSV file or the different file in other than format and you want to reject the files, right, if it comes in a different structure, then here you can give the rejection directory where the rejected file will go away, right? Now here you see the read file recursively. The read files recursively option will allow you to process files from the subfolders of this files. Okay, so if you want to process all the files from a subfolder, you can use this option. The maximum file is 25, which means 25 in a single poll. 25 files can be processed. Here you say the polling frequency. The polling frequency means that in how many seconds the delay between the two pollings, right? For example, if you say 60 seconds, the first poll will happen at a now, and then another poll will have after 60 seconds. And it says the processing delay. The processing delay will tell you the processing delay between each file. So whenever you are trying to poll, right? Let's suppose there are 5 files. Then what will happen? Then the 5 files will be completed within a 225 seconds, because we are making a process delay as of 5 seconds. Okay, now here you see the delete file after successful reading. So once you read the file and you want to delete that file, then you can opt this option. Click on the next button. Here you have to specify the structure of your file. So I will say the file is my this thing, right? And here you have to enter the record name. I can say employee. I can say employees. Okay, and then just simply click on the next button and then done. Okay, now my FTP file adapter is configured and I am trying to pull the file. Now here I will select the FTP adapter, right? Here I will see I will write the file. Okay, and then click on the next button. Here I'll say I will writing the file on my FTP location, and I will write the file in this particular directory. I can see the in directory. Okay, and I'll say the in directory, and here I will say ABC, right? And then click on the next button. I want to specify the structure next, and here I will select the same type of structure. I will say the record You can say record, and you can say records. Okay, and then click on the next button, and then done. Okay, now here you needed to edit the mapper. Okay, now what you can do, you can simply expand this, and now expand this thing. Okay, now you can just ID to ID, just employee to records, name to name, qualification to qualification, and then age to age. Okay, and then you need to give the same file name. You can say here you see the input file file header type, so you can say the file name will become my file name. Okay, now just validate and then close it. Now just save your integration and then just enable the tracking. Okay, you can see the file name and then save. Now just close your integration. Then save. Now you can activate your integration, enable tracing, and then include payload, and then activate. Here you see the integration has been activated. You don't need to run it explicitly. It is because it is the polling and it will fire automatically. It is a poll. So just go to the monitoring, go to the integration, and then integration. Here you will see the integration should get fired automatically. So I'll just keep refreshing. Here you see the two instances got fired because there are two files, file 1 and a file 2. Okay, and just open your FTP location and here just refresh, and here you see the file 1 and the file 2 has been created on the FTP location. If you will open the file, you can see the record as well. Okay, and then add it, and here you can see the record. Guys, just give me a minute, please. Okay, any question? Anyone, any question on this?
Yeah, so Ankur, so you said that the integration is firing every 60 seconds, right?
Correct.
So if you add one more file, so it will automatically pick up. Let's say if you copy file 2 as file 3.csv, then it.
Let me just do this. So here you will see the file has been removed. So I'll just change the file name. Yeah, so it should pick up. You see?
Yeah, okay.
So the new file will fall from the direct and then it will be processed automatically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, this is how you can write file. So sometimes, okay, sorry. So if you don't want to process your file, right? Like you don't want to process record by record and you want to move file as it is, right? Let me just deactivate this integration. Then deactivate, okay. So here I will say I don't want to specify the structure, right? So I want to move all the file as it is. So for that, what you can do, I select this no, and then next, and then here you can say all the files, whatever file I have, I just select this, right? And then next, and then done. So I'm not specifying this now, right? And here what I'm saying, whatever file will come, right? I just want to specify as it is. So you can go to the operation, and here next button, again you can see I don't have the structure of the file, and then next, and done. Okay. And if you open this, sorry, you open this, I will delete all the invalid mappings by clicking on this. Delete the target node. Okay. Now here you see, when you select a no in a structure, right, you will get this file reference. So we have to give the file reference. So here you will take this element 0 and then put under the file reference. Okay, the element 0 will have the file. Okay, and then you can give the file name also, the file name. Okay, that's it. Validate, and then
What is the advanced option there in the mapper?
sorry.
What
Okay.
will the advanced option will do? Yeah.
So I doubt it don't have much thing.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this is the new mapper. I have seen this recently. I have to again explore this option, but I doubt I have seen this in the past also. Whenever this functionality got added, but I don't see much thing. But here you see the
Okay, it's pretty much the
I
same.
doubt this has. Oh, okay, so here you see the template, something like this. And here you will see the code as well, because every mapper has the accessibility behind the scene, right? And you can see how the has been mapped.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now just validate what happened. Mapping for target is not valid. Why? Which this thing? Huh? It's saying mapping is not valid. Let me see. So let me just put some files over there. Let me just activate this integration. Okay, the integration has been activated now. Just so I have put 2 files over there. So you see both the file has there was two files, one is the PPT and the second is the visual file. So you see the file received, oh, both were failed. Okay. Why? Oh, it is because of element. Okay. You can see what do you say, the view activity stream. Here you can see unable to add attachment record element to input record to make sure the reference element is mapped to the record base 64. Okay. So looks like you have to decode the file. So do one thing, just go to the integration and then try to deactivate your integration. Okay? Cal, if you are not speaking, please go on mute. Cal, yeah, okay. So let me just read this map. Okay, so here I added this mapper. Here this thing, right? So here here are some functions. So under this function, what you can do, there will be a function called decode base 64, right? So you have to put this base. You can delete this mapping. You can just put decode base 64 first of all, and then under base 64 you have to this element 0. Okay, so let's just try now. So you have to decode the data and then just validate now. It's saying mapping for target is not valid. Click here for details target file name. Why it is saying the file name both are of string type. Okay, now you see. Give your integration again and then close it out. And then activate your integration, then again do payload and then activate. Either by so I just put one more file over there, but it has not picked up. Okay, so it should be picked up, I hope. Let me just keep refreshing. Okay, 6. No, it got failed also. Okay, so I will just check it offline and then we'll see what was the problem. Okay, now just let's switch to a different operation, like the write operation. So guys, I hope you are doing practice, right?
Yeah, I started, but Ankur, one thing is everyday class is also, we're not able to cope, at least I'm not able to cope up with the exercises, so we may have.
So now the next class will be on the weekend only. We will not have class today or tomorrow and day after.
Okay.
We'll have 2 days. Now I will create a REST connection, and I hope connection is already created by someone. Okay, we have this REST connection. Okay, now just click on the integration, then click So what I will do, I'll create one REST API which will insert the data into the file on the file location, right? So here what I will say, uh, create file integration, then v2, then click on the create button. Here I will select the REST API, and here I will see the create get data. Okay, and then just next button, and there you have to give get only data. You can give any name, and here you can say get, and from here you can just you need to post the data, post it, and then here you can see add configure a request payload for this endpoint, and I don't need a response back. Click on the next button, and here I'll say the data will be in my JSON format. And then click on the inline button. Here I will take arrays of employee. Here you can see the IT. You can say name. You can say age. You can say qualification. Okay. So you can have this repeated element. You can say this is employees. Okay. And then simply okay, and then just okay. This is not correct. Oh, happened. Okay, and then next, and then done. Save it. Okay, and now here I'll just put the FTP file adapter. So looks like some internet problem due to which it is not working properly. But let it. Here you can see write file, and here you want to specify the structure. You can say yes, and then next. Here output directory. I'll say my output directory is here. I can create a new directory as a out. Here I can say this is my out directory, and I can say file.csv, and then click on next button.
So Ankur, we are sending as a JSON and creating a file output as a CSV.
Sorry.
So we are sending a data to create a. We're sending a data in the JSON format, but the final the file will be created as a CSV. Is it?
The CSV file, correct. You are breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Tell me.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Please let me know.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, so what we're trying to do is we send a JSON data as a data, but that JSON data we are writing it as a CSV file. Correct?
Absolutely correct. Yes.
Ankur, that is very powerful operation actually. If you look at it in a real time. No,
Yeah.
seriously, because in
Yeah.
companies you have a use case where the vendor will provide a JSON to convert into CSV. You got to come up with a lot of libraries to do that actually.
Hmm. So here you see the left hand side, you see this top level array, and it is the repeated element. You can put this repeated element to this employee, and again employee is the repeated element, and then accordingly you can put the ID and then name, then age, and then qualification. Okay. And here you see one more thing, right? And in OIC mapper there are a lot of functions which you can use. If you expand this, right, as I showcase as a decode function, you can expand this. Okay, it's taking time. You can expand this thing local function, and here you will see the advanced function, boolean conversion, date, integrating cloud, mathematical nodes, add string function, user defined. You can use all these kind of functions in order to manipulate your data as well. For example, if you want that to use the string function as a concat function, right? So what you can do, you can put that concat function, you can drag and drop the concat function over there, and then accordingly you can put a value from the mapper over there, and whatever operation you want to do, you can do this. I will show you this. Okay, now just close the mapper. Now just save your integration. Save and then close. Now just activate your integration. Enable tracing, include payload, and then activate. Okay, now your integration should be activated now. So I will take this endpoint, right? I will open the Postman tool. and here you just needed to give the endpoint URL. You can make the authorization. I'll say here, okay, and you have to select the post operation, and under the body you have to give this particular row and just select the JSON over there, right? And here you can take this thing, okay, you can say cal, you can say 32, you can say qualification is something like MBA. Here you can say ID as a 2, you can say name as a Amit, you can say age as a 30, you can say PhD, okay. Now just send the button. Okay, now you see the request has been accepted. Now just go to this, and here you see the file has been created in the out directory. If you open this file, you will have the records over there. Okay, so here you see we have not created the header, so I showcased in one of the use case how you can create the headers as well. So you need to click on the repeating element and click on the create node, and there you can add the hard-coded headers. Any question on this?
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
no question. Okay.
One thing I wanted to ask you, Ankur, you remember we talked about appending the zip file? Maybe that use case we can do it next week.
Yeah. So just remind me tomorrow. We'll try it tomorrow. The next class.
Yeah, next class. I'll remind you. I'll send you the Slack for the reminder.
Yeah. Okay. And I wanted to show you one more thing, right? So in Oracle Integration Cloud, you can resubmit the add out integration as well. So there are some specific guys. Just listen. This statement's very useful, and the people can ask the questions in the interview as well, right? They can ask, can you resubmit the add out integration in a OIC? Yes, you can say yes, we can submit, right? But there are some specific scenarios where you can resubmit your integrations, like the integration which are one-way integration,
No, Atul, we can't hear you.
or the asynchronous integration, which means I have created one REST API. So I have created this. Can't you hear me?
Ankur,
We
please
can hear you.
repeat the question again.
Yeah,
Hello?
Ankur, you are breaking.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
Hello?
Your voice is going
Okay.
down now and
So
then.
what I was saying, so it looks like there's some internet issue today due to which you are not able to hear me properly. Can you hear me now? Is that okay? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
Guys,
Ankur.
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm considering that you can hear me.
I can hear you, Ankur.
Okay. So what I was saying, that there are some scenarios where you can resubmit your add out integration. So listen to the statement carefully, that there are some, the interview questions that they can ask, that can you resubmit your failed integration instances? You can say yes, it is partially true. You can resubmit your some integration, but few integration cannot be resubmitted. So what are those integration which can be resubmitted? The integration, the scheduled type of integration can be resubmitted, or the one way or the asynchronous integration can be resubmitted. But the integration which are of synchronous type cannot be submitted. For example, you have created one integration, right? So I have created this integration, this API, right? And here I have not configured the response. So I have configured this integration as a one-way integration, right? So if this integration will get failed, I will have an option to resubmit the integration if this got add out, right? And the second thing is, if you have scheduled integration and if it has been failed, then again you can resubmit this integration. But if you have a synchronous integration and it got failed, you cannot resubmit it, because in the synchronous integration you get the request and you send the response back immediately, right? If such type of integration got failed, then you cannot resubmit that integration and you will not see the option. Okay.
Okay. And if
So now what
if your integration has a callback, can that be resubmitted?
come again?
If your integrations, right, in the ERP, if you have a callback, can that be submitted?
Yes, it can be, yes.
Okay.
Okay, now what I have done, I have brought down the agent down. So let me just see the health of this by killing this PID file. Let me see if it is down. Yeah, you see it is down. Okay, and OIC has some timeout limitation that it will wait to connect to the agent till 4 seconds. If it will not connect, the integration will the add out. Okay, so let's see. Here I'll just delete this file first. Okay, let it be. So I'll just change the entries. Okay, I had just made one more entry. So here what I will do, I'll just read this file. Okay, now just try to send this in again. Okay, you see the request has been accepted. It does not know, it will not know the request has been completed or not. It is because it's a one-way integration. Now just go there and just see, it will try to run, right? And it will get fail only after 4 minutes. It is because the agent has a timeout limit that it will try to connect with the on-premise application till 4 minutes. If it will not, the integration will get failed. So what we have done, we have brought the agent down and the OIC will try to communicate with the agent. If the response will not come within the specified limit, right, the integration will get timeout. Okay, the another scenario is if your agent is down but your target application is down. For example, if you are trying to communicate with the EBS application via agent and the EBS is down itself, right, or EBS is responding very slow. So if you are sending the request via agent to the EBS and the response is not coming within a 240 seconds, the request will get timed out and you will see the failure here. Okay, I hope you got the concept.
Yes. So the last point was, if the EBS is down and you send the data, it will fail. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. EBS is down or EBS is responding slow. So if it is not responding within a 2-4 seconds of my request, then the integration will get failed. Okay, I'm just waiting, the 4 minutes and then it probably will get down. So guys, I hope we will have the next class Saturday 8:30 p.m. I hope you all are okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Amit, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can say we have received the request 2 minutes ago and it is still running. And this timeout is hard coded and you cannot change it, guys. Anyways, if you want to change this timeout, you cannot change it. It is the hard coded in the product itself. This is not configurable. So Cal, your use case was that if you have already one zip file and you want to append one more file into a zip file and zip it again, is it?
Yeah, so yes.
Okay. It's 4 minutes only already, so it should get filled now. You see the integration got failed, and here you see the resubmit this resubmit option, right? So once your agent will be up, you will be able to resubmit the things. So I will make the agent up now. Okay, and will show you. Okay, now agent is up. Now just go to the agents and to see the health first. Okay. Guys, I hope. Oh, what happened? This is too large. So sometimes we face such kind of issues that we got the bad request error with the YC instances, but this is only for free trial, not for the paid one. But guys, I hope you got the idea, right?
Yes, Ankur. I have one question on this rescheduling. Sorry, resubmitting, right? So let's say you have integrations, right? Like multiple actions inside the integration, and if it is if it is failed in some in one of the action act or one of the activity, right? So when you resubmit it, will this start from where it failed from the dehydration point, or it will start from?
No, I hope it will start from the first activity itself.
Okay.
So here you see I have this checkbox, and then you have to resubmit, right? You just resubmit this, and then yes. Okay.
Sure.
Now just refresh this. You see the intent go away from there, right? If you go to the integration, and here you see the two received and both are success. Now just open this file. Sorry. Here the file has been created. So this is how you can resubmit your integration.
Okay.
So so I was about to cover ATP adapter database also, but we could not cover it. Okay, so we will try the ATP database the next class, and the next class we will have Saturday 8:30 p.m. IST.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay guys, then thank you so much.